Hi, this is Sive Morten with the daily update on EuroFX. I post my exclusive market overviews with the key political and economical events, charts and important levels on the ForexPeaceArmy.com forums weekly. This short video is a response to rapidly changing situation on the currency markets and should help you to stay on top of the game and be profitable. I suggest you to visit ForexPeaceArmy.com forum and read my analysis for the week before watching this daily video.
Greetings everybody guys, today we again will take a look at the dollar index, because as in last week as in this week, dollar index brings better picture for understanding overall situation, and by looking at the dollar index we should understand what's really should come on the euro currency, because on the euro currency there are some important differences exist compared to what's going on the dollar index that brings more cloud on the overall situation and doesn't let us to see it in detail. While on the dollar index the price action is more logical and the more clear patterns are forming here. Also guys, in this video I mostly keep all charts that we have prepared last week intact. That just to show you what really has happened, how our suggestions have been completed, and what to expect next. So we start from the daily chart. Here guys, I just add on the chart major pattern. In this major pattern, as you can see, got this triple to buy. That is the part of the double repo pattern that we should get on the weekly chart. And that is the major pattern that we should get on dollar index to go long. But what is really important for us is action in this part of the chart. That's actually the picture that we had last week as well. And on this picture you also could see major difference of euro currency and the dollar index. So take a look at this ABCD pattern. On the dollar index, market has completed the target, it's 100 AB equals CD. While on the euro currency we're still awaiting when it will be completed. That's why on the euro currency this retracement that we have looks a bit irrational, because market hasn't quite completed the target, and this makes overall situation a bit difficult to understand. So why market has turned to so deep retracement while the major target has not been met yet? But euro on the dollar index that stands more clear, and in fact this action is absolutely normal price behavior when the market hits the target. So that's normal bounce. Besides, here you can see not just target is also agreement area, so this major 618, while on the euro currency, if you remember, it already has broken through the 618 area. So the scale of the behavior is a bit different. And also guys, this is the neckline. So last week we have suggested upside retracement somewhere to the 94, 93, 80 area. Why? By two reasons. First of all, or better to say even three reasons. First of all, it's because we have the hand shoulders pattern here is forming and moving right to the top of the left shoulder to keep the harmony of the pattern looks normal. Second, here in this rectangle you could see that we've got the morning star pattern, and morning star pattern usually reach the target that equals to the length of the bars. So by some ABCD pattern on the intraday chart, that indeed has happened. So if you will measure the length of this pattern and count it upside, you will get approximately this area. Finally, on the downside action, market has formed bearish reversal swing, and usually when the bearish reversal swing is forming and was forming, market shows deep retracement. That has happened. So predefinedly also this dot line we have put on the chart last week, and now market stands right in this area. It's also guys probably some few resistance level from this top to this bottom. It's also daily overbought. So that's the culmination point right now. Why this is so important? It's just because, guys, depending on how market will behave here, will depend the medium-term perspective, as on the euro currency, as on the dollar index. Because just imagine what will happen if market will not turn down here. It will mean that the hand shoulders will fail. All right? That in turn will lead to reaction above this top, and this will erase as this card is triple to buy, as the double repo pattern, so we will not get the clear pattern on weekly chart. On the euro currency, this will lead probably to the significant collapse. So the medium-term perspective on the chart will change dramatically. That's why actually market has no choice to keep this scenario valid. It should turn down from this point. It's very simple. On the 4-hour time frame chart, guys, this is some kind of the jewel in the crown of our recent analysis. So I keep everything as it was last week. So except this leg. This leg was absent because this is action of this week. This has happened. So take a look. We've got actually godless triple to sell here. Reaching of this area. And ABCD pattern is completed based on the morning star action. So here, as our marking was to sell around 93.88. The target to the downside will be the same as based on these large hand and shoulders. So this probably will happen right from this point. Okay. As from this minor A, B, C top, 1618 target, they both coincide around 91.20, 91.50 area. So I have made the marking here to buy. So here we're trying to sell this downward action. And here, this will be our point where we need to search for chance to go long. Now, the final question, what to do in this point. So here we have common thing to the euro currency. On the hourly chart, we have the same channel as on the euro currency. On euro, it stands on the downside. Here we have the upside. There are some moments, some ways exist how to trade it. So the first way, you could wait for the breakout of the channel. So as soon as the breakout will happen, some probably acceleration should happen as market starts action with the hand shoulders pattern, right? Then you could try to take the position in some retracement. That's the first opportunity. Second opportunity, you could use stop entry order on the breakout. For example, use stop sell below the trend line. And market will break it down, you will automatically will take the short position and will be in game. Finally, third opportunity is trying to catch the bearish pattern inside the channel. So for example, I just have put one just for illustration. Of course, I do not know whether it will be formed or not, but for example, this could be godless triple to sell, small pattern. So market could show some kind of the ABCD action here, and then it could start the downward action. That's the pattern that could be used here for possible taking the short position. So this it's a bit personal. It depends on your trading style, how you trade, what patterns you use. Because guys, if we'll take a look at the euro currency, so that's the major question. That's our 4-hour time frame chart on the euro currency. How to treat this price action? So from the one point of view, we were disappointed because market has failed to turn up around 118. That was very good point because this was AB equals CD target, confidence support, godless triple to buy. So perfect picture if you remember. But market has failed to turn up. So some attempt has been made, but has finished soon and market collapsed further. Now it stands at 127. What we should think about this? Is this the point where market should turn up? Well, theoretically it could, because godless triple 2 is still valid since market stands above these lows. And according to the rules of the triple 2 pattern, ABCD could be different until it stands above these lows. So we have another triple 2 buy. Whether market could drop to the XOP targets, 1618 extension of this ABCD. So what we need to think in this case? Well, in this case, it will be 618 support of the whole upward direction, ABCD retracement. That will be agreement. So on the euro currency, situation stands a bit not as clear because some patterns that we have, it's a bit different. And the moment that euro has not completed this ABCD makes overall analysis a bit more difficult because dollar index has completed this pattern and the situation there stands a bit more logical. And at the same time, as I said, if market will drop to the 1618, theoretically bullish setup also will not be vanished totally because market has formed bullish reversal swing and deep retracement to the major level. It's not the problem actually, right? So but on the dollar index, it looks a bit better, and that's why I use it to try and throw the dollar index to take a look at the euro currency to better understand is it possible to reversal here. As we estimated, it's really possible that euro currency also could start action right from this point. So now we just need to keep an eye on the situation and see what will happen. Because as I said, dollar index right now stands actually in the culmination point where it should drop if overall construction is well. If not, that will drastically turn the situation. And the consequences of this change we will feel with a few weeks or in months on the dollar index. So this could be a really upward continuation action. That's why this point is very important.